We are ready for the Ha Giang Loop this morning.
After 2 steps, I lost my balance. And you know, that's when the car...
We're going to be doing 3 days on a bike.
The Ha Giang Loop is a motorbike route which starts in Ha Giang and loops round all the way up to the north of Vietnam near China and pulls back round.
The total length of the loop is about 350 kilometers.
We'll be stopping in little tiny local villages in the mountains in northern Vietnam. We'll be staying at homestays with families. So we're going to be really immersed in culture. It's considered some of the most dangerous roads in the whole of Vietnam, which we're a little bit nervous about, but it's going to be an experience.
It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be worth it.
I'm not going to go back on that rock in case. Look at it. Look at it's got a crack in it.
We've booked a tour guide for the journey, so we'll be going with another guy. His name is Ken. This is our tour guide, Ken. Ciao. Don't worry, we'll go over all the prices later. We'll break it all down and let you guys know whether we think it was worth it or not.
So let's go.
Let's go.
First things first, we meet Ken, our tour guide, downstairs at our homestay, and he shows us our semi-automatic bike that I'm supposed to be driving for the next 3 days, but I've got no idea how to ride it.
We do a test run. Nice bike. We drive a semi-automatic. We change, don't we? Is it semi? Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right there. I'm going to have to ask you.
But in good old Southeast Asian style, I was a pro within 10 minutes and on the road.
This journey is 73 kilometres all the way to Du Gia, which is where we'll be spending our first night.
Breakfast. Banh mi with egg.
We were off to a great start. It looked like we were going to have some good weather as well. The Ha Giang Loop is actually one of the top things to do in Vietnam. People travel here from all over the world just to do this route. The Ha Giang Loop has some of the most magnificent roads in the whole of Asia. We were so excited to get going.
It came to a halt. Silence is everywhere, and you're not.
With the long road ahead and the lack of sleep the night before, we had to stop and have a coffee to refuel ourselves.
So we had to get a bus last night at 7 p.m. No, it was 9 p.m. 9 p.m. last night, but it didn't have laying down, it was like seated. And then we got to Ha Giang at about 3:30 this morning, got a few hours sleeping, and then we left this morning about 8. So a bit of a rocky night, but it's fine. A couple coffees.
And your beautiful life.
Oh, look at him!
It looks so young. It's like trying to walk.
That's true.
Over the next few days, we would travel 350 kilometres through some amazing canyons, breathtaking mountain passes, including one which is considered to be the most dangerous but beautiful mountain passes in Vietnam.
You ran away from all the madness. You stumbled till you found your pace. I know now you were better off without me.
Quick stop off for some snacks.
We tried to find a restaurant, but there's none open at the moment. It's the holiday. So yeah, I'm waiting for some hot water for my noodles.
Yeah, we're in some little village and there's just like nothing open really. We're in a restaurant, but I don't think they're actually open.
I tried but I could never be for you. And your beautiful life. Your beautiful life.
After a few more miles on the road, Ken wanted to show us a lady working on the side of the road. She was preparing cassava, which is like a potato, which is actually poisonous when raw as it contains cyanide. She was preparing it for her farm animals to eat. She has some pigs, buffalo and chicken.
That I could ease your sorrow. I wish that I could ease your pain. This ain't a story about
Not quite sure what Ken's about to do here, but apparently he knows how to make a buffalo happy.
I am local, so I know how to make them happy with this.
He's how to make them happy.
You look at this. Look here. Come. You see? If I want to make them like this, they itchy in here. I make like this, and their tail is going up like this. They itchy. I give him massage.
The massage.
You can see how beautiful this place was, but honestly, it does it absolutely no justice to actually being there. Taking in the fresh air of the countryside, coming from the south of Vietnam to the north of Vietnam, it was just such a difference. They're like two completely different countries. One thing that does stand out is as you're driving along these roads, you notice that the children have knives in their hands. They use them for farming, but that was a bit of an eye-opener.
Ken had a packet of sweets in his pocket, which he handed out to the children that we saw on the sides of the street. The children looked quite sad, some of them looked quite tired, they'd probably been working with their families, so it was really heartwarming to give these children some sweets. It was really mind-blowing to see the contrast between the north and the south of Vietnam. The locals here in the north just seem to have such a simple but happy life compared to the hectic cities and the busyness of the south.
Some of you guys watching might have noticed we're not doing the Ha Giang Loop the traditional way. We're actually doing it backwards because it was a holiday when we done this loop, and Ken, our tour guide, said that if we did it the traditional way it would have been too busy, so that's why things are a bit different on our trip.
Got some mango. We're at our last stop now on our first day. This is the little village that we're actually staying in, where our homestay is. So we're just buying some fruit to take back to our homestay.
One between us is fine. Well, you want
Are
some?
you having
So-
some?
I don't want it.
Are you sure? I just one.
Should we just get one then, yeah?
Take two.
Getting some mango.
One, it's fine. That's it. It'll be alright. It's fine. No, it's fine.
Bao tiền cân đấy?
Let's get in two.
Love is love.
Thank you.
Love is love. Adios.
So this was where we were spending the night. This was our last stop. Juza, sorry if I don't pronounce that correctly, is a quiet village in Ha Giang.
Looks nice. You've got the football one.
It's a duck in a bag. Probably our dinner tonight at the homestay.
Donald. Why is it like this?
Tối nay đông khách quá.
Hôm nay khoảng hơn 20 người.
Here?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, thank you. So this is our room in the homestay.
Our little homestay room.
Mosquito net. Very, very rural, isn't it?
Yeah, what's this?
Aircon?
Fan? Fan? It's not working.
After settling into our homestay, we took a 15-minute drive on the bikes to a waterfall. The roads in this little village are quite bumpy and dangerous. It was quite a ride to get to this waterfall.
Is it warm?
But the waterfall was beautiful, and it was so interesting to see the beautiful landscapes and the local villages of ethnic hill tribes. We even saw the locals having a bath in the waterfall.
time to head back to our homestay. As we got back, we realised that we locked the door without having the key on us, and we actually locked ourselves out of the room and they couldn't find the spare key. So what just caused absolute chaos at the homestay.
They found a key as well. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. We didn't know. We didn't know. We're in. So, yeah, what you just saw there was the wife of the homestay climbing through our window because the window doesn't actually shut, which is lucky because we went out earlier and we locked the door from the inside and shut it. We couldn't get back in.
Well, we say you're lucky, but as she come in the window, the husband had the key for the door.
Found a key.
Oh, of course, have a key.
But we didn't know that the rooms actually don't have keys and we're not supposed to lock them, which obviously we're not used to. So we locked it thinking they were going to give us a key, but they didn't. And they were like, oh no, we haven't actually got any keys, so we don't normally lock the rooms. So yeah, she just had to climb on the roof and climb through the window.
Nightmare.
Yeah, we are back at the homestay now after our first day on the loop, and we're going to have some dinner cooked by the homestay. Just finding a makeshift way of closing our window.
You want a cold beer now?
Yes, please. Yeah, we'll have a beer.
I'm behind you. Give me something.
Okay, thank you. Time for dinner.
We're in the
Having dinner with everyone at the homestay.
Oh, it smells like pure vodka.
Did the family make the rice wine? Or?
Just a noodle. Maybe
They make
family,
it themselves?
maybe family made themselves or
for it.
someone in the village.
I think it might be spicy, so I accidentally got one.
I don't mind that, do I?
What is it, so fishy, not fishy? Nice?
Not spicy at all. I don't know what it is, but it's nice.
They're gonna dance. Rice wine, pure alcohol. What is it? Is it alcohol, right? How much?
I think about 25, 27 something.
What's it like?
Not as bad as vodka. It's not actually that bad. Let's go. For the rest, cheers. That's alright.
Cheers.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. Do it all. Good girl.
It tastes like vodka, doesn't it?
It's alright though.
Are you sure that's not vodka?
It's the morning of the second day. We fuel ourselves on some pancakes ahead of our 85-kilometre journey. We're heading from Duzhou to Dongvan, which is right on the border of China.
Just got on the bike for day 2. We've just bought some sweets for the children on the way because they all look very sad, so we're going to make them happy with some sweets.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We were so excited about today. We were going to be passing through the most dangerous mountain pass in Vietnam. We were also going to check out Mapai Leng Skywalk, which is that rock that overhangs the cliff. Scary, but we were really excited for it.
Doesn't even look real. It's a painting. Being on the Ha Giang Loop was really a culture shock to both of us. There was 10-year-olds driving motorbikes on mountain roads, toddlers playing on cliff edges, and mothers and even children like this little girl here working hard labour with babies strapped to their backs. Ken offered to take the little girl up the hill so she didn't have to struggle with the baby on her back. We assume it's probably her little sister.
Whilst we're here, let's talk about how much this trip cost. So Ken paid for all of our meals, our accommodation, our petrol, basically everything that we needed along the way. If we wanted anything extra, then we had to pay for it ourselves. It cost us 6 million Vietnamese dong for me and Soph and the bike, which we think was a good price considering we had someone with us the whole time to guide us. It was also extremely helpful having Ken there as we were in the sticks and a lot of people don't speak English, so it's handy to have Ken there to speak Vietnamese to them. We also had to go see a doctor, which you'll see in part 2 because we had an incident, and Ken was able to translate for us. If you want to see that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. The video will be coming very soon.
Now time to stop for lunch in Mio Vac.
We have just stopped up for some lunch. Look at these spring rolls.
So many spring rolls. Some veg.
Some veg here. Soy sauce.
Getting my belly.
We're driving quite well today, aren't we?
It's a long one today, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we got your food, got 2 plates of rice.
That's not mine.
That's
That's
not
all
tour guide.
Ken. I need a bowl after this.
This road we're travelling on right now is called the Mapai Leng Pass, and it's considered to be one of the top 4 passes in Vietnam, which is beautiful but also the most dangerous to travel on.
As we were driving through this pass, we couldn't believe what we were seeing. It was absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. It looked like something out of a picture. It just didn't look real. The most stunning view of them all here was looking down at the Tu Sang Canyon and the stream of the No Quay River from high above. We couldn't help but stop several times just because we felt the urge to capture the views right in front of our eyes.
It doesn't even look real, does it? It's like confusing to look at. It feels like you're in some sort of 3D movie.
now see why they call this one of the most dangerous mountain passes in Vietnam, can't you? One wrong move and it's all over. But you can't deny how beautiful that view is. It gave us such a sense of feeling free, driving along this road, looking over the mountains. It was just gorgeous.
So we got to this viewpoint which we'd read about online. Just climbing up the cliff. Right, where do we go now? It was a lot scarier in person. We were right on the edge of a cliff. We were literally clinging on to the edge of this mountain to get to this viewpoint. I wasn't tall enough. I think it's because I'm short, but I couldn't reach my leg over to actually climb up. But Tyler managed it, probably because he's taller than me.
Right, now put your foot there. That's it.
No, it's really slippy.
Straight up onto here.
No, I can't do that.
Well, on this top bit here. Hold my hand. Not doing it? I don't tempt fate, he said I want to go to the rock again. I've been on the rock once, I survived, didn't fall, didn't die. So now, I'm not going to go back on that rock in case. Look at it, look at it, it's got a crack in it.
We're at our homestay now. Time for dinner.
Family.
Look at our food.
It feels quite cold here, doesn't it? Compared to what we used to.
It's, I think it's 17 degrees.
17 degrees. We're right up north now in Vietnam, near China.
Yeah. Well, it's 14 kilometres away from China border.
Cheers. I can't read, I've got something on my lap. Ready?
I've done it, sorry. I'm actually growing to quite like it.
I swear that's stronger than yesterday.
Be careful, kids. This is what happens when you drink too much rice wine.
Time for bed.
It's time for bed tonight.
This is our homestay room. Got a nice little mosquito net. It feels like we're like in a shed. It's quite
What's on me? It's something on me.
authentic.
So what's on me?
What?
What is it?
Where?
There's something here. I felt it. Is there nothing?
No, there's nothing there.
Definitely felt something on me.
What?
I don't know.
So let's get straight to it. We went with a tour company called La Casta. They picked us up from our hostel at 8 AM in Hanoi and took us all the way to the harbour in Ha Long Bay. This is where